Okay, welcome back to another week episode, whatever you want to call it, of the Sunday Drive. What was I gonna say? Oh, Ready Player One came out this week. I finished the book also. Oh my god, this car was a massive mistake. I finished the book. It's incredible. It's one of the best books I've ever read. I literally sat down on the last day of reading it, I think it was like Tuesday, and read for like 5 or 6 hours and finished the whole rest of things. I couldn't stop reading it. And then the movie came out, and it was a thing. I don't think I want to be down here. We're turning around. Turning around. The movie, if you haven't seen the book, I mean, if you haven't read the book, maybe it would be good. Although I doubt it because my fiance hasn't seen the book, and she thought it was rather boring, and a lot of it doesn't make sense because it's more than less a complete rewrite of the whole script, of the whole book. They could have just not even called it Ready Player One and you would not have known. Minus like the mass things like getting the keys to open the gates and the word of the Oasis. Literally every character they have the same names, but they don't follow a lot of the things in the book. Most of the scenes don't make any sense. The way they get the keys, it's a little tiny car, and now you're gonna run right into me. The way you get the keys, completely different. It shows like no thought process into like getting the keys. Like it seems like you could have figured out how to get the first key in like, I don't know, a couple months, not 5 years like it took in the book. It took them 5 years to get the first key. And the riddle to solve the first one was just totally different. And none of the clues for the keys were the same, and none of the ways to get through the gates was the same, and a lot of the characters did different things. It just didn't make any sense. They just literally rewrote the whole thing, and I don't know how it could have an 8.0 or 8.1 or whatever it is from viewers, because if you read the book, there's no way you would give that an 8. Why would you? It doesn't follow it at all. And it could have been a 10. But Spielberg just decided to and Ernest Cline himself, I guess, because he was one of the writers, decided, fuck it. We'll just write something different that fits the viewers. Yeah, I guess you could change some things to make it more, because a lot of the stuff is from like the 80s, early video gaming, and maybe kids wouldn't understand that, so maybe making the 90s and 2000s is fine. But don't change how everything is done. Like, literally the whole thing is just changed. I knew I was going to rant too long on that. I just knew it. Oh, what else? I'm going to start, hopefully, if I can figure out OBS out, which shouldn't be too... I should be able to figure it out. I got some days off. To start a playthrough of a horror game. Haven't fully figured out which one I'm going to do yet, and hopefully with webcam, because why do a horror game if you're not going to have webcam, right? What else? Thursday. Oh, we're getting some speed. We're totally gonna die in this thing. Thursday. Sometimes you just need some I don't know how I got down the rabbit hole, but I started the Kung Fu crave, and then once that starts, you just end up watching the raid too. Because what other way could you end a Kung Fu day besides watching the raid? So, of course, it started with Bruce Lee videos. Ooh, look at that Faggio. Some Bruce Lee videos, which quickly transformed into Jackie Chan videos. Because there's not that many Bruce Lee videos, because that was a little bit before that time. And he just was secretive. And stumbled upon a Jackie Chan, like, top 10 fight scenes. And there was one from, I think it's an old movie. It's like 84 or something like that, called Wheels on Meals. It's the opposite of what you would think it would be. Wheels on Meals, I think. And he's just getting the shit kicked out of him, and then he turns and he's like, oh, I need to turn this into a training session or something like that. And then he just starts goofing off, and he literally at one point starts to tickle the guy. And then he just kicks the shit out of him naturally, because I mean Jackie Chan's not gonna lose a fight, right? And it makes sense because he's just a badass. Why make Jackie Chan lose a fight? And then of course, whoa, you want to race me? Want to race? That's what I thought. I was kicking the shit out of me. It's a Jackie Chan fight scene. Oh no! Shit. Yeah, get the fuck out of here. What, you want to race too? Nah, he doesn't. He doesn't want any of this. Yeah, you don't want any of this. The Raid. If you haven't seen The Raid and The Raid 2, you need to, if you're a fan. I didn't watch the raid because I've already seen it a couple times, so I just went right for the raid too. Because I think that one's doesn't have as good a story, I don't think, but the fight scenes are legit. And I would say, even if you know I don't want to watch it at all, just go watch the kitchen fight scene in the raid 2. It is insane. I can't even believe that they are not actually hitting and cutting and just beating the shit out of each other because it looks so real. These fight scenes, who I think is like Gareth Evans or something like that, who directed it. He's just so good at directing these fight scenes that seem to have like no break at all, or at least not one that's easy to see, in my opinion. Yeah, but if you're not into like, there's a difference between watching like Jet Li or Jackie Chan fight scenes because they're not like, I wouldn't say they're not violent. The raid fight scenes are maximum violence. You will see plenty of gore and like just, I would say like visceral would be a good word term for it. Your bike sucks. Visceral fighting is what it is. It is just white knuckle, strap in and like get ready for some real shit beating to happen. What else is going on in my channel? Nothing really, just out of the ordinary. I'm gonna start playing new games come out this week on Friday, the 6th, or I think it's the 6th though. I think that's Friday. So maybe on Saturday or Friday. I might do a Friday too. Might do a double feature. It's a little like IndyCar racing game with like miniatures, like what's that game called with the soccer balls? I can't think of it right now. The little soccer ball car game. Rocket League. It's like Rocket League, but that size car. But instead you're racing on like stunt courses from GTA 5. It looks awesome. It's an older game, like all the new ones are, but it still looks sweet. So I'll surely give that a try. And that is just I was gonna try to end the video in a crazy way. I need a jump. I'm gonna cruise over this bridge and I'm gonna launch off a jump. I cannot believe we have not blown up, gotten flown out of this car, or just died in any way. We even took on 2 cars that were much bigger than us. Here we go.
Lucky man!
Oh God! Oh my God. You okay? They are not okay. They say, you know, fuck this car. What about your friends?
I gotta get my eyes checked.
Yeah, you do. Here we go. Fucking barrel roll. Oh, that's a double backflip. I'm just throwing that out there. This car's more. Let's try backflip. God damn it. Okay, I'm over this.
$10 hard at work.
$10 hard at work.